Joining me on the phone to talk about the movement to prioritize public safety over policing is Andrea Jenkins, the Vice President of the Minneapolis City Council, who also represents the district where George Floyd was murdered. Andrea, welcome so much to Amplified. And by the way, congratulations on your re-election. You were just re-elected by a huge margin on Tuesday, so congratulations to you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, and so, it's good to be on the line with you, Aisha, on this historic week in Minneapolis. The voters decided, my constituents decided that I had gained their confidence and trust enough to be sent back to City Hall. And unfortunately, several of my colleagues were not. And I think
I saw Philippe Cunningham, as one of them.
Yeah, no, it was really unfortunate that my other trans-identified colleague on the council will not be returning. But, you know, we, as you said, the ballot initiative number 2 did not pass. However, the work to transform our public safety mechanism in the city of Minneapolis will continue, and I think.
So I want to back up and just understand how that came to be. Can you talk us a little bit through, you know, the obviously the murder happens, there's a trial, there is, I don't even know if I want to call it justice, but nonetheless there's accountability for George Floyd. Derek Chauvin gets thrown in jail. He's found guilty. So talk to us about what is happening now in the aftermath of all of this and how this ballot measure was developed and put out there in the first place.
Right. So, you know, I have to give our progressive community all the credit. I mean, in this community here in Minneapolis, people have been really talking about, and our council ourselves have been talking about shifting resources from the police department, our bloated police budget, to other measures to help create public safety. And we declared violence as a public health crisis. And so we've been approaching the senseless gun violence and intra-community violence in our communities from a public health perspective. But when the murder of George Floyd happened and the subsequent uprisings, I think there was a momentum that was created to really elevate that issue that had kind of been, you know, sort of considered fringy maybe, or a slow boil, if you will. Everything really got accelerated and or amplified, as is the name of your show, with the murder of George Floyd. And, you know, that fateful day, June 7th, 2020, when myself and 8 other of my colleagues on the council, we took a pledge that we were going to reimagine public safety from a policy standpoint. And, you know, I was doing an interview today, Aisha, and the woman asked me, did I regret being on that stage that day? Particularly given the rejection of the voters of that concept. And I said no. And I still stand by no, I don't regret it, because we have ignited a conversation that has been 400 years overdue in this country. And the conversation is still going on. I heard
I want to talk about this idea of what failure is, or, you know, rejection by the voters, because by my measure here, surely the ballot measure did not get the 52% that it would have needed in approval as a yes vote, which is what the public would have said to say, hey, it got right. So talk about what that means, because to me it is monumental. And I'll tell you, Andrea, what I'm thinking about strategically as a comparative narrative here around the strategy. You know, the LGBTQ movement that we are leaders in actually won by losing a whole lot. we were getting kicked down at the ballot box. Voters were voting for these horrible constitutional amendments to ban marriage equality. There was a lot of really nasty stuff happening and a lot of wounds that we had to lick along the way. But as a part of that, that campaigning, so much of it was about moving a message that was shifting hearts and minds, that was broadening the public dialogue, that was bringing people's neighbors out of their homes to support their LGBTQ, family members, neighbors, etc. And ultimately, we were able to move the needle on the public opinion. So I'm curious what you're seeing now in the aftermath of this first measure. Let's call it the first pass, right? Where you still got, you said 48% of the people who were for it. What is the optimistic outlook here, and what's the strategy moving forward to build on that 48%?
Well, first of all, that 48% has already changed the conversation. You know, I mean, the mayor is right now talking about creating a department of public safety. So, I mean, you're talking about it on your show. Other communities are talking about public safety. So I think we've shifted the dialogue. That the campaign that went into this ballot initiative to get that 48% turnout, which was fueled by Color of Change and MoveOn.org and so many other progressive groups from around the country, and certainly here in Minneapolis, we have already changed the dialogue. And I think that you build on that coalition that has been built by continuing to pressure myself and my other members of the city council, which I might add, we just elected a majority city council here in Minneapolis, a majority POC city council here in Minneapolis.
Wow.
Yeah, there are 8
That's awesome.
people of color on this city council. And so, you know, we have a opportunity to really create some transformative changes. The ballot initiative did not pass, but the sentiment that things must change in this police department have been very well heard and documented. I think everybody agrees that we need outside support beyond policing. We need to invest in our communities. We need to invest in our young people. I heard you guys talking about black men and not being considered voter material. We need to change that paradigm, and that's the work that I think can get done as a result of that of this conversation being at the forefront.
Well, this is absolutely transformative, and I'm so glad that you have created space for us to continue to talk about all of this. Minneapolis City Council Vice President Andrea Jenkins, thank you so much for your insights. We will have to have you back on at some point as well to follow up. Appreciate you.